Good afternoon. This is Mikey Dreadlock Connoisseur, and we're here with Old Car Wax, and today we're going to talk about a different subject that most people know, they wear, they see. It's about sneakers. You call them kicks, sneakers. What else? What else would you call it? What about you, Chad? What would you call it?
I really just call it a way of life, really.
The way of life. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
So we want to talk about that because, you know, we talk about investments. We talk about things that we live and breathe. And this is part of it. And we wanted to lay it down and give you a little education on it. I got my co-host, Sean, here. And we got our special guest, Chet, that's going to give us some real insight because he lives it. While we talk about it, he lives it. Right. So it's really important that y'all stay in and get kind of concentrate on it because there's some people that's just drop a little knowledge on you to be like, hey, look, if you think you in it, you ain't really in it. Mm-hmm. You just talking about it because I'm gonna be straight up. I'm just talking about it. I'm not living it. So I rather keep it real on that. So Chat, you know, me and Sean, we saw this documentary called Sneakerheads.
Okay.
And we kind of looked at that, and you know, we live most of it. We was buying sneakers. We make sure that it matched our outfits and things.
Right.
I dropped off because I couldn't wear it at work.
Right,
so
right, I got you.
My investment wasn't there. But what made you see that and say, I'm going to build from that? So when you first touched it, because I'm going to let you know where I touched it. But when you first touched it and said, yo, I'm going to be fucking in to sneakers.
I tell you no lie. Really, my passion started, I say really around my high school era.
All right.
You know, I really, that's when I really just first started getting my really own taste of my own money.
Gotcha.
With that, I used to always, you know, my dad was a big shoe guy. You know, all the Jordans and the Deons and the Barclays and I mean, just you know the all the ones, just everything. You know, I go and pops. I have a closet full of shoes, and you know, I get shoes too, but I just always wanted a plethora. You know, I always told myself I wanted a plethora of different shoes, you know. So when I first started getting my taste of money when I was in high school, you know, I told myself I'm gonna try to at least buy me a pair of shoes every week. You know what I'm saying? That was just something my parents weren't doing. You know, my parents, you know, I had my dad over here and my mom over here, and you know, with that going on, it was hard to get it how I wanted to get it. Right. You know, so I really just took, upon myself to just say, look, I want to get me a pair of shoes every week. So
did you have a certain type at first, or you was like, look, whatever looks fly, when I go shopping, that's what I'm going to pick up? That
really was, see, at first my motivation was I got to get the Jordans. I got to get the, you know, what everybody's wearing. You know what I'm saying?
Kobe's or whatever.
Yeah, but as my knowledge of the game got a little stronger, I said, I need to branch off and get different things. Things that people weren't really wearing.
So you can stand out.
So I could be different.
Right.
You know, that was my philosophy on that. I just wanted to be different. And, you know, I look at my shoes sometimes as just, you know, a creative vision of myself.
Gotcha. So a little more of an extension. You know, at first, this is what I'm following. At first, it was like, look, I got to have me some shoes. Yeah. My history with my family was like, my dad got it. I got it, but I want to be my own.
Right.
Then it was like, nah, people need to know who Chet is.
Yes, sir.
Then when you start, because then I branched off like maybe a New Balance, some Adidas,
Right.
some Pumas.
Right.
Because me, historically, I started off with the Keds and the Pro Keds.
Right.
Because I'm an old head, you know.
Right.
See how far I'm going
Right.
back.
But see, I'm gonna tell you though, that's what I like.
Right.
I would get a prospectus from you and say, well, what you used to wear? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can bring that to my game.
Yep.
Once I bring it to my game, these folks around me don't know what's going on.
Because they don't know what they're going to see.
Now I got them shook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to know what's going on with them pro kids.
Right.
You see what
The
I'm
fuck
saying?
is that on, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
that's
right.
the look I go for.
Yeah.
You know, that's the look I go for.
Right.
I got you. And what makes it more interesting is more people like you, you're not just saying, I'm going to buy it because everybody got that one. I'm going to wait because everybody got that. You was like, look, my style is different, but you're going to recognize that.
Right.
Because
Right.
now you the individual, except for being part of the whole group of saying everybody got the Jordan.
Exactly.
So what?
That's a standout.
Stand out.
It's a standout.
Because remember that one that on the Sean, when we were looking at, they had the one with the pigeons on it.
Right. I don't remember what the artist's name is. Yeah, he got a whole line though.
Yeah.
And he was like, that was literally the start off of the riots and the brawls at the shoe stores.
It had like a little pigeon on the back of the Nike. And the bottom of the pigeon feet was like orange red. So the bottom of the sneaker had the little orange red, just like it was the feet of the damn pigeon.
Right.
That shit was freaking awesome. I was like, I would love to have one of them.
Right.
But see, so there's a difference between some people who hold them for investment and some people who say, I'm wearing them.
Right.
So are you in between that, or are you actually, I'm going to wear mine because I'm not going to buy it just for to let it sit?
Well, like I really haven't got into that field of buying and selling.
Gotcha.
Really, I do it for a passion. Mm-hmm. I do it because I love it. I like to walk up on somebody and they, man, them
is hard, bro.
I like that.
Where you get them from, bro?
So I can't really, I
And
don't
them
really.
things
It ain't really a buying and sell thing for me. It's really more like a love.
Right.
I go state to state. Now my business I got going on, and my current situation, it allows me to buy shoes from this state and shoes from that state that my state, Georgia, doesn't say it.
Right.
So
Yep.
I'll go around, state to state, and I may get 2 shoes from this state, or I may get a couple pair of shoes from this state, and I bring them on back to Georgia, my home.
Right. Right.
And now I got something that I know nobody around me has.
And I think that was one thing that they talked about in that documentary, and that's always been my original love for sneakers. Because I give you a quick history on mine, man. I think one of my first pair of sneakers was the Reeboks Black Tops.
Black top ones.
Yeah, I think I got 2 pair. I had the black pair and I had the white and black pair. And them was my favorite sneakers. Them was the ones that I had to officially keep clean for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Until I grew out of them. You know what I'm saying? And then it was a time where, me and my family, we just couldn't afford it. And we literally went to Payless, man, and we got the second edition bootleg Anthony Hardaways.
Okay.
And I had to wear them in middle school, man, and I was like, never again. After that, man, after that.
They go back and tell them about I was saying about the situation.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? When
man.
you get your own situation going on, then you can
can
handle your
this,
situation
man.
how you want.
You
You
can
see what I'm
handle
saying?
Right.
So you said that's you was like, nah.
I can't let that happen to me no more,
so
man.
you create your own little situation. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
So
all.
it was never a history of me rocking J's. You know what I'm saying? Like we was the era of when J's first came out.
Yeah.
When they first
Baby.
came out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Baby.
saying?
Baby.
And it was hard to get them.
Yep.
You know, you had to be out of school on Wednesday or Thursday to pick the mugs up. You know what I'm saying? So,
or you late in the game.
right?
Everybody got them,
and you can't
the back
get
end
them.
of
You
the
just
show.
can't get them. You know,
But see, I'm gonna tell you one thing though. That's different now than then. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you something. Then I felt like when the Jordans came out and things like that, like my pops, he stayed getting them. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'll grab me a pair, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe every third or fourth shoe, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is he could go in the store
comfortably,
no, you know what I'm saying? We're in the elbow room and he could say, let me get a 11 and a half.
let me try those on.
Now, I gotta have a plug just to get the Jordans that's coming out on the weekend, unless I want to stand in the line, man, that's wrapping around the building.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I gotta take and pay a little extra to make sure I get these joints. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because if not, I'm
you never gonna see them.
Yeah,
you gonna see them online and they gonna be taxed up. They gonna cap it.
But
So
then
Chad,
you got
what
your
about-
online, you can't trust that all the time.
No, now that you know, you're right.
I want to mention
You're
that
right.
too now.
Yeah.
You can't
Right.
trust that online all the time. You know, everybody, you know, they always got them online.
Yeah.
And just know it's, you know, you got to
It
do
ain't
your
always
research. Do your research.
Right.
Do your research.
So, but
man.
you said you would go out of town sometime to get different types. Do you go out of town specifically in certain areas to say, I know I'm going to be able to get these type of shoes because...
That's not possible.
So what?
Yeah, that's not possible.
Really?
No, because every state has different flavors.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go to different states, it's going to be like, okay, let me check the outlet out. And let me check what flavor they got. Or let me check them all out.
So give me an example.
So-
Another state that has a different flavor.
Okay, so for example, we went to Carolina. We went to North Carolina for a little gig, right? And we went to the outlet. The outlet, I seen some cold. I seen the Frank Thomas Reeboks. The stripe. It looks like they look like the Shaqs, but they not. They instead of the swirl black and white, it's just stripe black and
Well,
white.
they Frank Thomas joint.
Yeah, they the baseball Frank Thomas. You look them up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find them here. You know, I came back here and they like, where you get them from? You know, you go to St. Louis and you can get the Deons right now. You can get the Barry Sanders, the first Barry Sanders. You can't find the Barry Sanders out here.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's so, but it's really like a gamble. It's really like a toss, a flip of a coin. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got time to go to the mall. Let me check what the mall I got. Most of the time, they ain't got too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got a better chance of getting something like at an outlet. You know what I'm saying? Or getting something when it first come out. You know, like for my personal flavor, like I ain't never been on Jordans. I could never afford Jordans. You know what I'm saying? But you know, my older sister told me, you know, when I was in high school, she was like, look, you find a decent shirt and some fly sneakers, that's all these females see. You know what I'm saying? They gonna look you up and down. You got some fly ass sneakers on, you good. You know, don't really worry about your jeans. I mean, you could have some nice jeans on, but
that's not, that stands out.
Right. A nice crispy shirt and some crispy sneakers. You know what I'm saying? After that, it was just like, okay, I don't necessarily need the Jordans. I just need to have some flavor with my sneakers.
And it's got to be clean.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
unique.
Right. So, you know, from then on, it was like, just like Chet said, you know, it was like, okay, he got the Jordans on, but he telling me my sneakers is fly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I got some green and purple Adidas on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, and it's what I want to really do is I want to try to get this youth out of just working with J's. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a middle school, high school generation now that's rocking Vans. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The new school Vans is fly. You know what I'm saying? If I was really into sneakers, I would buy them. You know, but you know, just having Jordans isn't creative. You know what I'm saying?
Just having Jordans, it doesn't make you a real sneakerhead. That's why I tell a lot of people they go get Jordans every week. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I get Jordans too. Don't get me wrong, but that's not my collection.
Right. Your whole collection ain't
like,
Jordan.
Nah. I'm talking about I got Reeboks, Adidas, Puma, everything I got British Knights, man.
Whoa!
Like, I got BKs in the closet. You see what I'm saying? Now I put them BKs on, and
they be like,
everybody what are them? I'm talking about everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, ain't you 80s baby? You know what I'm saying? You looking like, what are these? You feel me? But I like that though. Yeah. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like even the Converse, because they even start redoing the Converse in different colors, thicker soles, something different like that. But when you say, "Look, I'm coming to Virginia," because like what you're saying, I'm going to Virginia, and every time I go to Virginia, that's these kind of styles. Right. But when I bring that back to Georgia, they like, "Damn, where the hell did you get them from?" Yeah. No, I didn't get it from here, bro. Right. I go around. And like. Me, I was a big Timberland guy. So all my Timberlands is like different colors because I'm out of New York. Yeah. But I knew when I went to New York, I would never find the spinach color, high top Timberlands down here. Right. But when I came there, it was like, how the fuck did you get those? I was like, I went to New York and got these. So like you said, when you traveling and going somewhere and you bring back a fresh pair of whatevers, they're like, yo, I paid $250 for these sneakers, but those shits is hot.
That's why I always notice in different states, it can be the same shoe, but it's gonna be a total different color wave. You see what I'm saying? Like this color wave is not down there where y'all at. You see what I'm saying? This color wave is up here. You know what I'm saying? Right. You won't find it down here. Just like you were just saying about the green joints. You know what I'm saying? You won't find it down here. You feel me? But you can get it up there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different areas, man. I noticed they take shoes too, man, and they distribute them by region. Right. A lot of shoes, man. You can see on the internet, but you'll never see in the stores and everything because they do them by region. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And whatever sells in that region, they're gonna continue to replenish those. So like down here, you may not see high tops. But you see a lot of high tops up north. Right. You can see a lot of running shoes in another area, but the other ones, you just won't see it. So, but do you break yours up like that too? In a sense to say, look, I want a different high top for this, or you saying I'm just looking for a look?
If I'm going after a look versus when I buy a shoe, I don't necessarily have something to wear with it.
Right. Gotcha.
I can buy a shoe and have nothing to wear with it.
Because you can build.
And that shoe will stay in the closet.
Until you're ready, right?
Until I'm ready. You see what I'm saying? There's no rush. You see what I'm saying? So I may find something months down the road, a month or two later down the road, and I say, well, I remember I had those, man, and this will go good with it. So I put that together like that, but I never just say, when I get a pair of shoes, I gotta get an outfit to go with it. Right. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always gonna work like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You'll find more shoes without something to wear than you will with something to wear.
So I'm gonna put it like an artist. An artist see a color. Yeah. Or he look outside and say, damn, between those trees there's a pink such and such. I see that, I'm gonna put that palette down and I'll paint my picture later. Right. So what you saying, and that's how I'm kind of interpreting my mind. You're right. I got that color. I'm not ready to paint my picture yet, but at least I got my base. Yeah. So when I find something, say, I got that in my closet. Right. Now I can start building. Yeah. It's not necessarily, to your point, I got to get this, now I got to go find an outfit, and I got to go do that.
No. You'll wreck your brain like that. I'm a sneaker head, so I got shoes, man, that I done got 2 years ago that I still ain't even never wore. Whoa. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't necessarily go buy something so I can say, well, I'm going to wear it this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know when I'm going to pull it out. Right. You know what I'm saying? I may be in the wintertime buying something for the summer.
Right. It's
you
like,
see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. When you find a sneaker, man, it's like, when I walk into a store and I find a sneaker, it's like, I gotta have a feeling. It's not like, okay, new J's came out, okay, I need that. For me personally, it's like, I'm walking to the store, okay, ones, Jordans, LeBrons, Kobe's, oh! Dang, them bitches hard! Woo! I hope they ain't got my size. Let me see if y'all got my size. Y'all got my size?
Then you gotta have it.
Oh! All right, let me try this song. Oh, please don't let these feel good. Please don't let these feel good. Try the motherfuckers on. Ooh, these bitches hard. Damn, I'm gonna have to buy these. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole process. You know what I'm saying? It's for me, it's not like when I need to buy a pair of shoes, okay, it's like, okay, I need to find a black pair of shoes, yada, yada, yada. That's
different.
That's completely different.
That's different, right.
When you see a pair of sneakers and you get that feeling like, oh, I got $500 and these sneakers cost $200. Let me see how they feel, man. God dang. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, it's an urge, man. It's a feeling that you have. You know what I'm saying? It like you said, man, it's a piece of art. You know, I got a pair of green Kobe's that I got from Marshall's. And they so hard, man. I wear them with everything. You know what I'm saying? They all green. And one of my nieces is like, they don't even match with your outfit. I say, they don't need to match with my outfit.
But you calling it out.
Because they cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you calling it out. You're like, them shits is hard. You know?
That's it. You know, I walk around with a pair of sweats and a white t-shirt and get the new LeBrons with the straps. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be like, I like them bronze, bro. I like them bronze. Hair nappy than a mug. You know what I'm saying? Don't even matter.
Right.
You know, so it's a feel thing, especially for us, man, especially for our culture, man. You know, we don't, you know, there's so many things, there's so little things to give us esteem, you know, and motivation. You know what I'm saying? And having our own individual creativity, you know, for me personally,
right.
I was able to see I was more than the average person. You know what I'm saying?
So that's an expression.
Yeah, definitely.
So the expression, I think you're saying the same thing, Chad. It's like, this is an expression of me. I'm not just going to buy an expression like everyone else.
Right.
I'm going to buy something that makes me. But there's two things I want to get at because you just made 2 points. The one thing I don't want to leave out of the scenario is these shits cost money.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got the money. That addiction is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like gambling.
Yeah.
Or it's like any other thing.
But everyone has some kind of addiction. Yeah. So some people look down and say, man, I ain't buying no goddamn sneakers. But guess what? You got people who buy coins.
Yeah.
You got people who buy stamps. You got people who buy Coca-Cola memorabilia. Yeah. You got people who do all types of crazy looking shit. Cards. But you looking at us saying, that's stupid. Well, I could say the same thing what you doing. Yeah. You're just looking at it in a way that you don't approve of. Exactly. So that's the one thing that I say, when you can, your addiction or your collections or thing like that, that's your own. If I can handle my own, don't worry about me.
Exactly.
Don't worry about me. But
everybody got their own situation.
Exactly. But you know what you were saying with these kids who said, I gotta have the LeBrons, and they robbing and they stealing because it's about the one thing. It's not about the love. You know what I mean? It's not about the culture. Right. It's about, I gotta have these because these are the one things that make it hot.
Right.
So that's the one thing I want to inject in to say, I don't really approve of that, because that's what the sneaker business don't care about. They said, if y'all kill yourself, I don't care. As long as you buy these shoes for $300-$500 or more, I don't care. Right. What we talking about is, these are my collections. I used to collect comic books. Right. I had comic books that was worth over thousands of dollars, but I kept buying them. Right. I kept buying them and buying them. Everybody have their love of what their small addiction is, and y'all control it to a point. And like you said, hey, look, I only got $5 in my pocket. Damn. Guess I'll eat cereal for the rest of the week. Right. But I gotta have that. But eating cereal and getting thrown out your house is two different things.
Right.
Two different things.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think you hit on something real big, man. You know, when you were in the middle school and when you're in high school, man, being fashionable and being very trendy is important. is extremely important, and not having that for certain individuals, can turn them down a bad direction. So that is something huge that I personally would say a parent would probably be the only person to actually kind of fix that, in the household, because when children go to school and one person see another person with a fresh pair of J's every other week, first off, you're definitely going to be one of the most popular people in school. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a nerd or not, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is in high school and middle schools. You know what I'm saying? So, right. As far as fashion, man, that just it molds children in a way that can ultimately hurt them in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because of their have-nots. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I that's interesting, man. That's very interesting.
But see, I look at that, see, really, it could go both ways, though, right?
Yeah.
Because that's why I'm just taking myself on this jump.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got shoes, and, you know what I'm saying? I got shoes, and I just didn't get them as often as I wanted.
Right.
So with that being said, that's why I said when my situation changed, I just made it my business.
Right.
To say, look, this is what I want to do. I want to get me a pair of shoes every week.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to change the game up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going for this shit no more. I'm changing the game all the way up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta wait on nobody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gotta hear nobody saying, nah, you don't need none yet, man. You just got some. Nah, I just got something to get some more. So, I just really, I changed the whole game with myself. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But all I'm saying is you can put yourself in that position.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? When you're of age, you can put yourself in that position. Go get you a job.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Work. And get what you want. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of kids don't.
Yep.
They getting free rent, they getting free food. You know what I'm saying? All of these things that I look back on now, I would have took total advantage of. Yeah. Man, oh my God. I would have took total advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? And I had my folks telling me, like, look, it's going to be different now. You better tighten up. All right. Blowing money. And, hey, look, man, if I would have knew what I knew, man, I would have had a whole different prospectus on everything. You know what I'm saying? Stack that money.
Right.
And then when you get out, man, but look, while you here, man, everything's free.
Everything is free.
Yep. That's what, you got to hear what you got to hear. You got to go through what you got to go through. But look. This ain't your house. Right. You see what I'm saying? You get this free ride while you can.
Right here.
While you can.
Right until the wheels fall off.
That's it, man.
That's it. That's right.
Yeah, man.
But it's hard. So be realistic. It's hard. During that time, in that period, you couldn't see that shit.
Nah, man.
I don't think a child, unless you fashion that type of conversation with a child to say, I'm going to force you to do that. Mm-hmm. And then it'll be like, now I'm out of here. And then when you're out of here, it'll be like, shit,
that
I got $15,000.
That was my angle. I said, well, look, you don't want to follow the rules, then you got to go. Mm-hmm. So, I made an escape early, but really, I shouldn't have. Man, I should have took the whole free ride. See, really, I got out of there for the free ride was even though, you know what I'm saying? I just got off.
Yep.
Man,
it was your stop. It was your stop.
Man,
you got the hell off.
Man, I flipped the whole game around right now if I could. I'm trying to tell you,
take the whole ride.
Free ride. Yeah, that's why I tell mine, look, hey, got a free ride right now. Take advantage of it.
Yep.
Take advantage of it.
Ride it to the end of the line.
You gotta ride it to the end of the line, man. Because, you got some folks, man, really, you got some folks who just really more fortunate than others, man.
Yeah.
And, you got people that's in better positions than other people's people. So, it's game changers all the way around the board. You know what I'm saying? You got it's just so many things going on, man, that can have an outlook on what you do, you know what I'm saying, with your after years.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're over 18 years, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
But also, Chet, are you involved with like other cats that are like sneakerheads, so you can say, hey, look, this is my stuff, this is your stuff, or is it really a personal thing for you?
Well, I tell you what, I got a cat, man. His name is Irvin. I got a cat named Irvin, and he wasn't a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
Good partner of mine, man. I'm talking about good partner of mine. He wasn't. He was just a normal cat. Get normal shoes and hey, man. But as we got closer, he was noticing, you know what I'm saying, how I was doing things, and he got his situation together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was just with the cat yesterday, and we went downtown, man. We went to Walters downtown. And man, he had them folks, man. I'm standing there looking at from the side, man. He got these folks down on the floor, man, pulling out boxes, man, from the bottom of the shelf, man, opening them up, surprising them with what, because he was 14.
Okay.
So they got a whole wall back there, man. They just pull the shoes out, man. I like them. Yeah, sit them over to. So I'm talking about, and I'm just sitting back like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got one box in my hand. You know what I'm saying?
And he making some selections.
But I'm looking at my partner, man, and I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd say just 4 years ago, it wasn't like that.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Then we walking out, you know what I'm saying? He got, you know what I'm saying, 4 or 5 pairs of shoes. He's like, man, he telling me the numbers on the shoes he got in the closet. Like, yeah, this make 61 Bo Jacksons I got. You see what I'm saying? He's talking like that. Like,
and you're like, oh, okay.
I'm like, 61. He's like Bo Jackson.
Right.
The Bo Jackson. You feel me? So with that being said, that's I see that my movement trickled off to somebody else and they enjoying it.
Yeah.
It ain't about.
It ain't competition.
It ain't nah.
It's like I love this.
I could have got me something when we was in there, but I'm sitting back, man. Yeah. I'm watching my big homie, and I'm like,
and you going like this.
I'm like, man, I like this, man. I'm like, yeah.
Proud daddy.
I look over at him, he fresh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, man, I like that, So, hey, man, I just, I just see it triggered out to somebody else. So I see my movement, man, and my situation inspire somebody else to get their own situation. And it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I say, a few years back it wasn't like that. But now I look to this day and I'm like, man.
Look how this cat came up.
Man, look at this man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm talking about, man, I'm just, I just love it, man.
I got you. So because the reason why I asked is because sometimes whether you know it or not, some cats is like, yo, I'm going like him.
Yeah.
Chet got a fucking style that I need to get in on it.
Yeah.
And to your point, it's not like I want to compete with him and be better. It's kind of like
it ain't even about biting my style.
Right. It's about creating your own.
Because if you remember, if you think about it, it's all about being creative.
Yep.
Now, he has stuff that I ain't got.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it ain't about you trying to outdo me or hey look man, we both looking good.
Right.
Yo,
we both friends.
You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey look man, I might see him I might shoot him a text or something, man. I see something he sees something, man, in my size or something like that, somewhere where I ain't there, be like, hey, these right here, hot, man.
Right.
You want me to snatch them?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I'll take a pair. I'll take a pair.
Ain't nowhere around.
Right.
But that's just the passion that he know I got for him.
Right.
And that's the passion I know he has.
And y'all share that together.
We share that, man.
Right.
So it's just a mutual thing. It ain't no competition. It's just love for the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all. It's just Sean sent me some Yeezys the other day.
Yeah, we was talking about them damn
He sent me
Yeezys.
them Yeezys, and I'm like, he was asking me like, what you think about them?
Right.
I ain't text him back when he sent me the picture of them. I checked it out, but I didn't text him back. But we had got together, and he was asking me about it. And I'm like, man, they all right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I'm not saying that I really love the shoe, but what I love is that they're different.
Yep.
The whole shoe is different.
Yep.
I mean, it's
Never seen them before.
I feel like Yeezy just went in there and you know what I'm saying? He had his funk sway on.
Yeah, this funk sway.
He just started slapping. But I like that though.
Right.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? I just think, man, I probably would have designed something like that. You know what I'm saying? Some
Right.
folks call it ugly. I just say it's different.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it look good.
But it's different.
It's different.
Okay.
And me, I like different.
But you can play different.
Yeah.
Like Sean said, I can wear these ugly ass shoes in your mind, but have the right color tee on or shirt.
Yeah.
And you look down and say, damn, that looks good. Where before, if you had to stand alone by itself, you'd be like, those are some ugly shoes.
Right.
But you make those sneakers pop.
Right.
Because it became something more because of what you did to them. Not as opposed to you trying to highlight the one from there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I got you. I still think they're ugly as hell. But,
Yeah.
but I would buy them, but the price point for me ain't worth it. That's how I look at it.
But see, I'm glad you touched on that issue.
I had to bring it up, bro.
Because I feel like this. I can take a shoe and it can be. I don't look for shoes that's outrageous in price. I don't. If I like the shoe and it's price high, it's just price high.
Okay.
I may find a shoe that's $30. I mean, and I love it. I love the shoe.
But it's $30.
It's $30.
Yeah.
But my thing with shoes is you can pay $30 or you can pay $500. If I pay $500, I'm not gonna wear it any more than I would this $30 shoe. See, with me, it's about building your brand.
Right.
I can't take a shoe and wear it out
Right.
Yep.
and expect for it to still be fly.
Right.
It's about having a shoe and then having another shoe to complement this shoe when I can't wear this shoe.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I have to have shoes because if I don't want to wear out this shoe,
Yeah.
I gotta have another shoe.
I gotta have another shoe to swap up in. You see what I'm saying? It's like
No, it makes sense though. It
It's
makes
like
sense.
tires on a car.
Right.
If
Right.
I ride all day long,
Rotate my
eventually-
tires.
Eventually, though, I'm gonna have to buy some more tires.
Rotate my tires.
Now, the new tires are gonna last long.
Right.
But as we know, you got people out here that go and they get the used.
So they gonna wear out quicker.
They're gonna wear out quicker.
Right,
You see
right,
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Go ahead and get your new tires. Make your investment in your new guys.
Some good mileage on them.
Yeah, and get you some good mileage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus getting you a little sample of something, man, and you right back where you started.
Yep.
Point at. You feel me?
Yep.
But I just say, man, if you got a good, you got some people who have, say you got 10 pair of shoes. It may be 3 pair of shoes that you really like. Them the 3 pair that you kind of want to stay away from.
Right.
Don't
wear them down.
Don't abuse them.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like anything. Don't abuse them.
Yeah. Don't abuse them.
Don't. Same thing with a car. If we need to make a store run, anybody in here need to go to the store? Don't wait till the car come back and then the next person need to go to the store. We don't need to dog the car.
Yeah. Yep. Consolidate and go. Don't dog it out.
Preserve.
Yeah.
It's all about
Don't dog it out.
preservation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You got these three you really like. You sit them to the side, man, and you bring them out when you bring them out when need be.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You bring them out when need be, but these other 7, man, you dibble and dabble. You
Right.
know?
Yep.
And these other 3 over here, man, they still looking good.
Mm-hmm.
These my big dollar guys right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why he was saying, I got to look at it like an investment, dog. You know, let me sit these to the side, man. I'll wear these when I really want to. You know what I'm saying? But you got to, it's all about, with your flavor, you got to have something to swap up in. You can't be consistent in the sneaker game.
Right.
And you're killing one pair.
Yeah. Just because.
Nah.
Yeah. I got you.
Nah.
So, excellent conversation, fellas. Good education for me. And great for the audience, too. Because you know what? A lot of people look at it differently.
They do.
But sometimes you need to know realistically, if you're going to love what you do, love it realistically.
Yeah. That's some real love for it.
Don't wear your life down. You just said it. I mean, I'm glad how you ended it. Don't get it so you can show everybody every day, this is what I got.
Right.
In about 2 months, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to get another pair.
Yeah.
But if you balance your life out, and that goes with anything, you balance your life out, preserve what you got, your art will preserve and go on longer and longer. Yeah. And that's how you said it and things. So, excellent conversation.
I think
what you got, Sean?
Yeah, man. My final thing, man. I think a good thing is, man. You know, if you can, bro, stop buying shoes online, man. Get that real feel back, man. Go out of state. Go to Tennessee, man. Go to Nevada, man. Go to Oregon and get you a pair of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got some real love, man. LeBron got a story on his Instagram page where a couple drove to Cleveland to get his 14s because they was only being sold in 2 stores in the United States.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they drove over there to go get them. Now don't get me wrong, that's not the love that I have for LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But, diversify your look when it comes to trying to find sneakers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Don't when you go online, man, it's just that saturates and really sours down the whole process of purchasing a new pair of sneakers, man. That I don't know why y'all even do it, man. That shit is whack, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know you can't buy a certain pair of shoes in your area. You know what I'm saying? I get that part. I purchased my my 2K Fly Steppers online because I wasn't on time to purchase them bitches. I got the first pair before it started trending and they started making new goddamn colorways and new materials on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I got them for $175 and they was $120 in the store. And that was because I loved them, boy. Them motherfuckers was hard. You know what I'm saying? The 2-strap baby shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Now everybody rocking them. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have that one. You gotta have an eye for it. Don't for all my Jordan fans, like my homie Chet, the real sneakerhead said, man, step outside your box, man. Get fly on something that you wouldn't normally get.
No doubt. Anything close out on Chet?
Well, I just want to say, yeah. I mean, we really touched on every issue, man, and really, you stay away from the online. Everything these days is so fabricated, so you just gotta really you gotta do your research, man, and you just gotta have an open mind when it comes to shoes and things like that. You gotta have an open mind, Just keep everything, start out simple. Mm-hmm. This game is, I don't advise anybody to get in this game because it can get deep, man. It can get serious.
Right.
But if you choose to, man, it's different ways you can go about it. You ain't got to start off at a certain level and this and that. And hey, just go and get you something and just enjoy what you get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoy what you get, whether it's $30 guys or whether it's $500 guys. Just enjoy what you get. And take care of your sneakers.
Take care of your
Take care of your
Hey, they don't want to look down and see them busted joints. They don't.
Nope.
So just take care of your stuff, man, and just keep an open mind.
Gotcha.
That's the most creative thing I can give you. Keep an open mind when you're going and look at things. You may see something that's not necessarily your taste. But
as time goes on,
you can progress a taste that's, really everybody is different.
Yep.
And people want to see different. People want to see that.
Yeah.
So anytime you incorporate that, man, in anything you do, whether it's sneakers, whether it's clothes, any of that, people want to see that. And I promise you, I'm willing to guarantee if you step out the box, you will notice you stepped out the box.
Mm-hmm. That's right. But be genuine.
Be genuine.
Yeah, don't be following them.
Be yourself.
That's right. So appreciate it, Chat, Sean. Excellent conversation.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
This is Mike, the Dreadlock Connoisseur. You can pick this up on iTunes. You can pick it up on Google Play. dreadlockconnoisseur.podbean.com, but it's out there for you. We're gonna come with some new stuff. We got to do Migos and Future. Mm-hmm. So I got my opinion on that, but we're gonna do verse 2 new albums. Great production. The other one, just saying. So appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you soon on Old Car Wax.